Welcome back to Milk and Honey, the 2 ingredients you need for perfect tea. I'm Kayla Becker.
I'm Vanessa Curry, and today's episode is hotter than the espresso machine at Sir on a Friday night.
Clever. See what you did there. Today, she said that because today we are joined by the Peter Madrigal of Vanderpump Rules, also a longtime restaurant manager and now the owner and CEO of the Reality Network. But before we bring him on, we do want to talk about a few life updates with me and Vanessa. And I know, Vanessa, I don't know any life updates of mine other than just getting the show off the ground. I feel like that's been my entire life for the last few months, but you've had some cool projects you've been working on.
It has been, it does feel like that. Like we do nothing but talk to each other about the show,
Yes.
which I love,
Me too.
obviously. But yes, I actually shot a feature film last, I don't know, Friday or couple days ago, let's just put it that way. And it was awesome. My character it's called The Lake House. I'm like, let me just talk about it. Hold on, let me back up for a second. I shot a feature film called The Lake House. It is produced, written, also acted by Brian Hooks. And my character was super fun.
Can you give us a little taste of what your character, like give me that character.
Oh, like the actual
I want you to
character.
act, be her to me for a second.
Okay, so my character Sophie just really wants to get married. Okay. So if she's gonna get broken up with, you can't break up with me because we have a wedding. We planned a wedding. Okay, the invitations are out. The sponsors are out.
So high maintenance, right?
You know what I mean? She's high maintenance. She's oblivious to anything, but also the audience is probably gonna wonder: is she oblivious, or does she just not care? And all she really cares about is
the
herself
wedding.
and the wedding.
Is there any part of Sophie that you felt is a little Vanessa?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I want to say no because duh, I'm not oblivious or any of that. But no, there's definitely, Sophie is definitely inside of me. And
Well,
you know what I mean.
Okay.
I'm sweating.
We're
sweating.
We are 12-year-old children sometimes, teenage boys. I can't wait to see
Thank
it.
you.
Do you have any idea when it's coming out? Or
we never know.
I filmed the movie a year ago, and I still have no information on when it's coming out.
So we never know. But it was super fun. Very layered character. I'm excited for it and when it does come out.
I can't wait.
How about you?
Like I said, this is pretty much it. She goes through her camera roll to kind of jog her memory of things that have happened. I should have done that. I'll be more prepared next week for more life updates. I don't know if I can.
It's the only way. You have to look through your camera roll because I forget. I have the memory of a fish sometimes, so I forget. So I literally looked back and I said, "Oh, I did do that. Oh, and I did do that. Oh, okay, I do have life updates."
Yeah. Well, we did have our launch party with our friends. So
Yes.
we did when we launched Milk and Honeys. You probably saw it on the social medias, which was really nice to have such a good group of friends who came out and supported us and got tequila drunk with us. So
absolutely,
that's
on
no other way to
drink.
On Cinco de Drinko.
That's the only way to do it.
All right, honeys. Well, I mentioned it earlier. It is now time to bring on our guest who was giggling like a teenage boy, like we were just now at that joke. You know him from Vanderpump Rules. But today we're talking business, brains, and a little behind the scenes tea. He's a longtime restaurant manager, a reality TV fixture, and now the owner and CEO of the Reality Network. Peter Madrigal, welcome to Milk and Honey.
Oh, thank you for having me on, ladies.
Of course. So
I
happy
really
to have you
appreciate it.
here.
Thank you for joining.
I mean, huh?
I said thank you for joining.
Oh, I thought you said twinning. Here, I'm going to take my...
twinning. Yes.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna take my hair
We
down.
have our hairs down. Look at that. Shake
Why
it
not?
out.
Why not? Why not?
Woohoo.
Our views just skyrocketed.
Oh, did they now?
We're going to see
There we go,
a
baby.
shampoo
There it is.
sponsor up next.
Absolutely.
Rock and roll. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for being here today, Peter.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And that was a really nice introduction.
You know what? Only the best for the best.
Oh, I didn't know I was the best, but thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
We got to meet you a couple weeks ago at your network launch party.
Yes.
At Sir.
Yes. So
Really
full
fun night.
disclosure, I had already launched the actual network in May 28th of 2024.
Okay.
Okay. And the actual idea for this and the actual groundwork started in July of 2023. So I've been at this for a couple of years now, and now it's really coming to fruition. So I am about to launch, I think by Wednesday, I'm going to be launching Reality News.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes, which is going to be a branch of Reality Network.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so
will that also be on Roku? Because the
all- it's all
Reality
under the
Network
So a
network,
lot of
is
the reality news stuff, I'm going to start up so I am filming my own TV show right now. And that's going to be on Reality Network. But I'm also going to have to host, I'm just a one-man army. So I get up and I breathe this stuff. And I'm going to have to host the news for right now until I get someone else to replace me, which is I can't do everything.
Of course.
So there's, and the timing couldn't be better. Because there's a lot of rumors going on right now outside in the, the social media sphere. I don't want to call it social media, the Instagram sphere.
Instagram sphere.
Instagram sphere. That a lot of people, one person in particular is saying that she never worked at SIR. Now, what is happening right now?
Someone's
The
here-
news.
The news.
The news is already starting.
Literally, yeah, the guy who's designing my website.
Wait, are you not saying her name on purpose? Is this
I mean, I don't want to say her name, but I could. It's Charlie. So Charlie gets on.
I know who that is.
Yes. So I'm getting a lot of questions about this particular situation, and this is the reason why I didn't want to bring this out right now, because of the fact that I am launching my own news network, which is going to host a lot of this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're giving us a little exclusive here. On
Yeah,
Milk and
I'm
Honeys.
giving
I
an
really
exclusive.
appreciate that.
giving us
I
the
hope you
tea.
appreciate
I
it.
really appreciate
Gemini
it.
to Gemini.
Gemini to Gemini to Gemini.
To Gemini. All Gemini's all around. Greatest sign ever.
Ever. If you don't think so, then we don't care.
we don't care because
Well,
we
but we do
already
care. We
know.
want to change our mind.
Yeah,
Actually,
we want
we
to
should
change
talk
your
about
mind.
zodiac signs too. 'cause,
We'll get to first of all, we want to talk about though your reality network with Roku. Tell us.
by
a
the way,
little bit.
cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
No, we have to do that. Okay,
got some
so
little
what
margaritas.
are we cheersing to?
We're cheersing to all of our new
Success.
ventures and
There
success.
we go. Love
you
that.
know,
All the
Awesome.
tea.
all the tea and margaritas.
You know, we also tell us after you take that sip, how does it feel being behind the camera? Because you've been in front of the camera for so many years.
10 seasons.
That is insane.
It's a long,
that's
long
a
time.
long
decade.
time. But now you're stepping into a very different role than just a cast of a reality show.
Yeah, well, I am shooting my own reality show too, so I'm still in front of camera, but I'm also behind the scenes and running the company. So it's a lot of work, but you know what? I love it. It's my purpose.
It's your purpose. And a lot of people love reality television, myself I included. Like I watch reality TV more than I speak to my boyfriend, to be honest. But a lot of people have no idea what goes into, shooting and editing and building a cast and everything that goes into it. So can you kind of, peel the curtain back a little bit for us and tell us what goes into producing something like that?
Producing something. Okay, cool. So you have to have, first of all, a concept. That's number one. So with mine, since it's going to come out later on, it's probably going to be out there in the sphere already. The name of my show is called Outside the Rules.
Oh, like it? Okay.
Love.
I like it.
And do you think that you normally do play outside of the rules, or do you? I don't know, because I feel like on at least
Vanderpump Rules, you're perceived as like the responsible.
Yeah, you're actually
one.
seen. You're still
getting people
crazy.
in line.
Do you not get it?
outside the Vanderpump Rules.
Oh
She took me on a little journey
Oh
there.
my
He's like, guys,
You guys,
It's sitting right there.
you guys,
It's
I love
literally
that,
sitting.
I love wordplay so much. Outside
you are
the
gonna
rules.
realize it takes me a minute, okay?
Do you
Sometimes-
realize
And I
that
just
this
follow
is
you
gonna
wherever you go.
this is gonna be some people are gonna be, I don't know. It's gonna be
Are
interesting.
you gonna bring other former cast people?
I
on?
might, yeah. I might, yeah.
So what's the overall concept?
So the overall concept is my life behind the scenes. Like,
Okay,
got it.
For instance, the first episode is going to be me bartending, guest bartending, because as part of my life is making cocktails.
Of
Right.
course.
I'm coming
You
out
didn't
with
make these though.
no, I didn't
but-
make. Yeah.
He would be appalled.
He'd be appalled. If a bartender gave this to him and said, "We're serving this for our customers," he'd be like, "You're fired."
Oh no, I'd be like, "Do you want me to get back there and make you a proper cocktail?"
This is a canned margarita, everyone. We're not going to even say the name brand.
I
We
can
don't-
barely even drink it.
I
I'm sorry. No
it's
offense.
a little like,
I have.
it tastes a little like just like a soda.
I have 34 cocktail recipes for a
Wow.
book that I'm making. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
You were
I
just
have.
doing. Do you sleep ever?
Yes, I get a good. Last night I went to bed at 10. I got up at 5. I went to the gym at 6.
You've been killing it in the gym. I've been seeing you posting your workouts. Look at that. Yeah, get him in a wrestling ring.
And you seem to like balance out everything for yourself, right? So it's like, what advice would you give to somebody who is coming here?
I'm not okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm underwater, but most of the time I just get it. My whole thing is just have one track mind to get it done.
Yep.
My dating life is non-existent.
Yeah, that can be hard.
But I'm married to my company.
Of course.
So I have that, and then I also have my shows that I'm working on. I have another show that I'm looking to get a budget for in Vegas, something I've been working on for 10 years now.
Wow.
In the original pitch package material for that show, I had short hair. So it was my short hair era.
Short hair
The
era.
two
That was a long
seasons
time
of-
ago. Ever going to come back? Or
No,
we want long hair?
no. The short hair era will never come back. And those were 2 seasons of Vanderpump Rules. That was 5 and 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go back and watch those.
Yeah.
What projects? You already have a lot of projects under your belt. I know you have some coming up that you just mentioned, but there's already some that people can go watch on the reality network. What are some?
So
what
those
are the
are all
projects?
syndicated shows. Yes.
Okay,
So
and
I got started with a bunch of syndicated shows.
And which of those would you say you're most proud of?
Oh, okay. So Catching Cheaters is really good. Gown and Out and Beverly Hills. Both those shows, Catching Cheaters and Gown and Out, have some of my friends involved in those. That's why they were easy to get. I also have a show that I personally started called it's a talk show called Serving with Purpose. So it's 2 of my friends, Carolina and Danny. I always told Danny that she is going to be good interviewing people. I also have a show called Hair Cult, which takes place in a hair salon in Austin, Texas.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
I love the drum that goes on in the hair salon.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama
they're all
on
of our
that show.
personal therapists.
Yeah,
The
there's-
stories I'm
yeah.
sure that they can tell.
Exactly. I have one called The Verge, which is about a bunch of transplants from different places around the country to LA to
Okay.
Wow. That's
be in
awesome.
the underground hip hop world.
Love.
Yeah.
Are you a hip hop fan?
Occasionally.
Okay.
I don't really listen to a lot of music. I listen to more books.
Okay.
When I'm working out, I listen to
Milk and Honey's
podcasts.
podcast?
I'll listen to Milk and
Yeah. What's your dream reality concept that you would want to make that maybe you haven't made,
Or that maybe
it's-
that the world hasn't even seen yet.
Yeah.
Like maybe a concept.
So I have an offer. So I'm kind of doing them already.
I mean, yeah, you have your hands in so many different projects
so you feel
already.
pretty satisfied with,
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with what's coming up in the
Good.
future. Yes. Especially if I get Barbara all done, that'll be like an achievement in and of itself. you
Right,
know?
of course.
And I have to host it because I'm like, well, shit. I guess
You'd
I'm
have to.
gonna
Yeah, but also it
Yes.
makes sense for you to be hosting
Yeah.
something like that. People are going to tune in to see you host that.
Yeah.
And what do you think like makes a good reality show in general? Like what I mean, obviously reality, right? We want to see people living their real lives and
But what ingredients go into the perfect
exactly
reality show?
But what is that tea, the milk and the honey to make the good tea for that reality
milk and
show?
the honey.
you
I
know?
like it. I like it. You know what's funny is I don't drink tea.
No, see,
I drink black coffee.
I don't drink coffee, but
I
she
drink
does.
coffee.
I'm a tea girl.
Well, do you put anything in your coffee, Vanessa?
I do. You probably would hate it. It's just a little creamer. It's just a little creamer.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I don't
at
put
all.
sugar, just creamer. But yeah, my brother-in-law drinks it black, and I think
I think
cannot.
people who drink black coffee should be studied.
Yeah.
That's like self-torture. I
You're
feel like.
drinking bitter water.
It tastes so good.
Oh
It's
god.
so,
That's
it's
what it tastes like.
I go into like earth or zinc, and I'm like, give me a coffee. Do you want room for cream?
No, fill that
it up.
baby up to the top.
Okay, wait. So you told us what like makes a good reality show, but like what could ruin a reality show?
Okay, so as far as making a good one, I'd say compelling characters, compelling people, rather. It's not like you don't write something; you have to find. That was why Vanderpump Rules was so successful, is because it was around a bunch of compelling people.
The best cast in reality TV of all time. I feel like it still has not been topped. People have tried to top that cast. I went back and watched all the seasons recently, and it is golden. It almost seems too good to be
It's
non-scripted.
very interesting looking back on
Yeah,
it.
I did.
It's
I
very
never watched
interesting.
it until, to be fair, until like the scandal stuff happened, 'cause it was all over my
Yeah.
screen.
And it's like, who is this guy?
So I did not know what was going on. Like people were saying, and then I went to her house when we were doing a brainstorming session, and she had it on, and she was like, yeah, I put this on, I'm rewatching it, and I put it on when I'm working, you know? I have not turned it off. I started from season 1 just like maybe 2 months ago, and I'm just going through it now. And so now I've seen not all of them yet. I'm still not caught up, but the cast is
cast.
Just it's insane.
But now they're getting a whole new cast. But yeah, sorry, continue, and then we'll go into that. But
So your question was
what makes
a good reality show, and what ruins
cast.
it?
Compelling cast.
And what ruins it is so a compelling cast. I always go back to VPR. So you have to have an interesting person who's leading it, or a group of people. But these group of people, they have to know each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? It has to come off naturally because, you know, let's say you and I go out. What are we going to talk about?
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
And we're going to be on camera too.
Exactly.
You see what I mean?
Exactly.
So we have to know, like, and that's the reason why VPR works so well, because we had until we laid something down on camera in 2011, we had known each other since 2008.
The relationships had already been built and established.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The relationships, breakups, etc.
All the drama, backlog
All
drama.
the drama. so you can talk about anything. You see what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so compelling characters are one contribution to a great television reality television show. And then of course the cast already kind of knowing each other and being familiar with each other and being able to banter.
So then probably what ruins it is just having the opposite. Like if you do put a bunch of random people in a show.
Random
like,
people,
drama!
and do the drama.
Right.
Like they won't even know where to begin.
All right, well listen, you know, Vanderpump Rules, we gotta talk a little bit. You still work at SUR. Is it comfort or chaos that keeps you there? Or you're the last standing member, right?
Yeah, it's not comfort or chaos. It's just just enjoyment.
Yeah.
You know.
It's home.
Does it still? Yeah, I was gonna say, does it still feel like home to you?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. In many ways, but more like today, I'm more of a brand ambassador now. I go in, I take pictures. I'm not really the manager anymore. You know. Yeah, it's a different environment. Last year at this time, I was the head honcho. You know, but managing a place for 15 years takes a toll.
And as much stuff as you have going on right now, I can't imagine you have time to go manage.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
A restaurant as popular as SUR. Well, what do you think about this whole new cast situation?
Well, I know the cast.
The new one?
Know? Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
Do you think they are doing a good cast?
I mean, I hope so.
Gonna make good reality TV.
For their sake, I hope so.
Right.
I hope they bring it. I hope that it's a good. I hope that
Big shoes to fill.
It's big. It's huge
Yes.
shoes to fill. It's not like, well, we're just gonna go into make this like little show. Are you kidding me? It's Vanderpump Rules.
I know.
It is one of the biggest, greatest shows in the history of television.
Agreed.
It is pop culture history.
It is.
You know.
It is. They do the Charleston version, I guess. What is it? So not Southern Comfort. That's what I want to always call it. But there's a Charleston Vanderpump Rules thing.
Southern
Yeah.
hospitality.
Southern hospitality. I feel like they're trying to be Vanderpump Rules, but I've seen James Kennedy pop there. Like I can tell it's kind of some crossover. But
No one can be Peter Madrigal.
But
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to commit.
No one can be
Okay.
Peter Madrigal.
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 Es de España.
Are any of the older people from Vanderpump Rules giving advice to these newbies, or
that I don't know.
or are they
I'm not
kind
sure.
of really out of that question?
That I don't think so. I mean, like a lot of them are on another. They're just
Journey.
they're doing their own thing
That's
at this
awesome.
point. You know.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Whenever people ask me like my opinion, I give it to them though, because I'm around.
Oh, of course,
sure.
and that's good. You know, you want to help, but also I feel like if it were me, I wouldn't help that much because I want to see people.
I want to see them squirm
I
a
want
little
the
bit.
drama.
We have to squirm, you know. So what's something that fans never? Oh, he hates that drink.
Oh my gosh!
But I love that he's
so
still sipping.
dramatic over here, Mr. Big Time Hot Shot bartender over here hates my canned
and-
margarita. I worked so hard on pouring this.
And don't you forget it.
Maybe
I could make you a margarita that would you'd be like, oh my god.
next time we have you on,
It's called the Peterita.
well, I had it at your party.
Yes.
I had several Peteritas.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were actually very good.
It was very good.
Yes.
It was very, very good. But what is something that the Vanderpump fans never got to see that you can give us? maybe no one has seen.
I don't know
Maybe
because
no
I've
one
never seen the
knows.
show.
Oh, you've never watched it. Why?
That's
Is it weird for you to watch it so
amazing.
back?
Yeah,
or
I'm
it's
like, I don't like him.
oh, that is funny. I look. That's. I mean, I'm that way too. I don't like watching myself.
I look
back
at him.
on anything.
Oh, that's Peter. I'll be walking by at Sir in the and we got it playing constantly on the TV behind the bar. And I look up and I'm like, randomly see me. I'm like, ah! But then you look in and you're like, wait, hold on. What am I talking about in that scene?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just.
Have you ever been like,
What was going on at that point in time in my life?
Did you ever give yourself like kind of an ick? I give myself an ick when I watch myself back all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, especially now that I'm older and looking back on it, I would have done things a little bit differently. You know?
Yeah.
Are you going to get that chance? Are you going to be in the new season, or are you?
Well, he was saying he doesn't. He's keeping
Oh,
that low.
I was just seeing if we could, maybe
She's,
like
she's the gotcha journalist
if
over
we
here.
could get it out of you on accident. You know what I mean?
Give him some more alcohol. He starts spilling.
Well, you're not going to have any success with that, woman. Okay.
We've seen people, on reality TV for all of these years who go through drastic transformations, and not only the way they look, but also their personalities. Do you feel like reality TV really does, to people's core, change them, both positively and negatively?
Well, it changed me for a positive.
Changed you for, so tell us how it changed you for a positive.
Well, I did it to advance my career and get my name out there. That's one of the reasons why I did why I did 10 seasons. Just to keep my, just advancing my career. That was a positive for me. And have opportunities that I have today, to work with some awesome people and have some awesome relationships and, build an awesome company.
Yeah. And though, on the flip side, though, we've seen many people who have gone through the reality TV world squander those opportunities and actually potentially ruin parts of their life. We've been seeing all over the Instagram verse or whatever you call it. Jax Taylor is a good example of someone. Oh, I'm gonna ask. Y'all aren't friends, right? Have y'all rekindled your friendship, your romance?
I think the Who says it all.
But people like that are the James Kennedys. It's like, how are you given this huge platform, given everything, opportunity, to just throw it all away? And you've done the right thing, clearly. I mean, I feel like you are coming out looking as like one of the most successful people who went through that show, and you have a good reputation. You got your head on your shoulders. People respect you. And that's all you could ever hope for when you come out of a show.
Well, if you think about it, I've always had my head on my shoulders. And, everyone always called me the calm and the chaos.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And,
for sure.
And that's basically always been my role because I was always the Switzerland. I was always the peacemaker. I was always the guy in between the fights. It's, except for when Sandoval punched Taylor. That was season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember telling him at his birthday, if Tom comes after you, I'm not getting in the way. I'm not. Because I'm stronger than both of them.
Of course.
Stronger
You
than
could
both
hold
of them.
both of them just by the shirt
Yes,
on their
I
neck.
could.
And that's why it was always fun for me to watch when you actually like hung out with everybody and let loose, because it was kind of a rare thing to see, because you were always kind of
Well, I always let loose when we were out of town.
yeah.
And that's something I always told Lisa. Lisa's all like, make sure, Peter, that you don't disrespect the
brand.
The brand,
Yeah.
the restaurant. And I'm all like, whenever I do stuff, it's not even in the country.
Yeah.
Okay? If I'm acting a little crazy, I mean, sometimes it's at a club or whatever, but I'm never doing that at Sir.
Yeah,
Like, that's
of
not
course.
a thing,
Clearly, you
really,
and Lisa, clearly you and Lisa still have a good relationship if you're still managing Sir.
No.
How often do you talk with her?
I just saw her a couple of days ago.
Yeah, how is she doing? I'm
Yeah.
such a fan of. I've ran into her in West Hollywood one night, and I just had to get it. She was so nice to me and took a picture with me and with Ken.
Oh, she's very gracious.
She was great. Yeah, how was it like working with her?
Oh, it's always been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been awesome since the beginning. I remember when I was a mere, actually no, I was a server / bartender at the time, and I hardly knew them. And we were expanding into the lounge what it is today. So where I started was just the original Sir, right? And then they bought the building next door and created the lounge. And I remember working, because we had lunches at the time. So I remember working a lunch, and they were constructing the lounge. And Lisa asked me for some tea, so I brought her tea, right, which is English breakfast with
breakfast, yes.
with milk, right? And then I remember her turning to me and saying, "Peter, you can say hi to me. It's fine." I was like, "Oh, okay." The next thing you know, I'm behind the bar mixing some drinks. Ken and Guillermo walk through because they were doing an inspection of the new spot. And I say, "Hey, Ken, how's it going?" He's like, "What do you want?" I was all like, "I'm just saying hi, Ken."
He seemed like such a delight.
Well, no, but he was all like, "Oh, how's it
Oh,
going?"
hi. Hello. I don't need anything from you.
Yeah,
Just say hi.
it's exactly, yes, exactly. That's the first thing I thought that, and I'll never forget that. That's the first thing I thought that he thought.
Yeah.
What does this guy want?
Yeah.
You know
Of
what I mean?
course, of course.
I was like, "I'm just saying hi, Ken." And ever since then, we've had a good relationship.
Yeah, no, I think Lisa really she's a boss lady with compassion,
Yeah.
which is hard
She's
to
a
come
queen.
by.
She's
You
a
know,
queen.
like she has the best of both personalities. It's really awesome.
And she spent
to
so much
see.
time giving so much advice to these young kids, trying to get them back in the state. And you know, so a lot of times it was thrown back in her face. So it is nice to know that you still have a great relationship with her. And I'm sure she really appreciates.
And she knows who
appreciates you.
can play hard and work hard. It's pretty obvious, and you're obviously
she-
one of
Oh, I
those
could
people
I could play
who can
hard.
play
Lisa
hard
plays
and work
hard
hard.
too, you know?
Exactly.
But Lisa plays hard.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
She was a little, yeah.
You know, and you find out real quick
She
who
has some
can't.
fun. Lisa has some fun.
As she should. Talk about
I remember,
absolutely.
because I like to take dry months. So I remember there's a picture on my Twitter of me carrying Lisa around.
Stop.
You can go to if you go to my Twitter, you'll see that picture. It's my avatar, right? And I had ended my sobriety not sobriety, but my dry
Your dry
month
month,
because
yeah.
I like to do dry
I do
months.
2 a year, so yeah. I know.
So this was in February of last year, 2024. And before I took that picture, Ken was all like, "Oh, do you want to have a shot with me?" I was like, "Ken, I'm dry right now." He's like, so he goes and tells Lisa. Lisa's like, "Come here, do a shot." I was all like,
Bad influence.
"Lisa, I'm dry this month." She's like, "I'll take a shot if you take a shot."
You
I'm
can't
like,
say no.
"Oh, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
You
gotta break it at
got
that
baby.
point.
You got
Sorry,
it."
dry
So I go
month.
get
Try again.
I get 2 shots of tequila. I give her one. I remember looking at her in the eye. Like, "Let's go."
That's amazing. How has she been? Have you gotten advice? I mean, she's a queen of reality TV in a lot of ways. Have you gone to her at all with advice?
I haven't. She's busy, so
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know what to do.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, it's that time of the game,
it?
time of the show. We really like to play.
Don't tell me we have to chug this.
Well,
No.
it all depends. It's up to you. Actually,
It is actually up to you.
It is now time for
Sip or Spill.
So basically, we're going to ask you some questions. You can answer. If you don't want to answer, you got to take a nice big gulp of that. And again, there is a refill behind you.
Yeah.
If,
Is that it?
that's it.
That's it. Don't show it because they don't sponsor
They
us.
don't sponsor us. No free sponsors.
No free
we can pour a little bit
sponsors,
more in
but-
there.
So what if I sip this entire thing? That'll make it very boring.
These questions are
You won't.
These questions are pretty tame. So you
Yeah.
probably won't even want it. You'll probably sip just for fun anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all right, we're gonna kick things
Okay.
off. Sip or spill.
Sip or
Vanessa,
spill.
take
You
it
ready?
away.
Best restaurant in LA that's not owned by Lisa Vanderpump. I'm gonna sip to that because cheers. She has a lot.
Sip
She has
into
a lot, so I don't know, but
Yeah, you can't be promoting other restaurants on here, can you? All right, give us a wildest encounter with a fan. You said you had a song.
Oh. Well, that I'm not going to go
Okay,
into
but
that.
we won't
yeah,
talk
we
about
won't
that.
No, that's it.
I don't want to talk about
I know
mine either.
she stopped real quick.
Oh, no, I blocked on all social media.
Same.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway,
I mean, I've had really good encounters with a fan.
That's
with people that watch the show.
okay, good.
Yeah, I've had really good encounters.
Have you ever hooked up with a fan that you knew was a fan?
Sip.
I knew that
Of
was
course
gonna
I
be a
have.
sip.
Of course I have. Come on.
All right, there you go. Okay, who's like the rudest celebrity that has been in a restaurant that you have worked at? The rudest celebrity encounter.
Rudest celebrity encounter.
Yeah.
I you know what? I've met Al Pacino there. I met Kobe
Whoa.
Bryant there. Met Kevin Garnett there. I haven't had a rude.
No rude celebrity.
No.
I love that.
Dolph Lundgren comes in all the time.
I feel like people are nicer these days. I feel like back in the day, there's a lot of entitlement, especially in the LA world, but I feel like you don't see that as much.
Yeah, I haven't.
I do think with social media
Maybe it's because
too.
I'm on TV though. Maybe it's because I.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't. One of my favorite encounters was Selena Gomez.
Okay. Wow.
Love.
I didn't I kind of knew who she was because I don't pay attention to like the celebrity gossip, and everyone was freaking out taking her table. Like everybody was freaking
Yeah.
out. I was okay, if you guys can't be professional, I'm going to do it myself,
Yeah.
right? So I approached the table. She's like, "Oh, Peter, how's it going?" I was all like,
That was your first time meeting her?
"Yes." I was all like, "Selena,
You
yes."
were.
Isn't that the weird? Like it's the weirdest. It's like I know your name, but we haven't properly
Pretend.
met, so I'm gonna introduce.
Like
well,
we did-
the worst thing was this was funny. They started ordering drinks. I was like, "Are you all over 21?" And she's like, "Peter, I'm 24 or something like that." I
Oh,
can't
dude,
remember.
baby Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. You look young, Jesus.
Well, if you don't
It's
want to
like-
answer, oh, sorry.
Oh no, go.
We don't have a rudest celebrity then. Who was the rudest person you had to work with?
Rudest person.
Rudest cast member.
Yeah.
Oh. You know what? No, they were all very nice.
I
to
feel
the-
like he's not playing this game
Yeah,
correctly.
like-
I am. I am.
Well, you need
I
a
am playing
sip.
it.
You need a sip. I don't believe your answer. No, I'm just kidding.
You
Anyway,
don't believe it?
Have you
Who
ever?
do you
have
think? Who do
I mean,
you
from what we
think?
saw, there were a lot of rude
Who
people
do
on
you
that
think?
show.
I think
James?
James Kennedy is probably the rudest. I'm sorry. Maybe not now. I don't know him as a person, but on the
Oh,
show,
now that I think about it, yeah.
I do think
Jax?
that he was.
Jax actually was.
I don't think he was rude.
Jax was.
to
You know. No. Here's the thing. Jax was great to customers. He.
We meant rude to you specifically, not to the customers.
Yeah, just
People
to
who-
you.
rude to me? Oh, who's gonna be rude to me?
That's true. He is the boss. So it's like,
Well, it's not just the boss. Like, no.
have you ever had to fire somebody that you liked?
Who did I fire? The only person I've ever fired is like if I like somebody, that means they're doing a good job.
That's
So
true.
the only person I fired was James Kennedy.
There you go. Who do you think was the biggest star of Vanderpump?
Biggest star, Stassi Schroeder.
Okay, that's great. She's back on Vanderpump Villa.
She is
Yes,
fun. What show do you think is total trash?
Like it's a terrible show
Just
that's on the air right
terrible.
now. Are you looking like I would never do a show like this?
I've already said it. I said it last year, and I'll say it again. The Valley.
The Valley. Oh, okay. So there's no future of you appearing on the Valley.
No,
I watched. I do watch the show. It's
I
background
said
noise.
it last year, and I stand by that.
Yeah, I need to finish
There were so
Vanderpump
many. There were
first.
so many articles that were printed out about Peter Madrigal thinks the Valley is garbage.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to completely disagree with you.
How many seasons does the Valley have? 2 or?
Is it? I think so.
Okay,
two.
okay.
Not sure.
Your favorite reality TV
How many?
show right
How many
now?
seasons are there?
I think this might
I
be
think-
second or third.
Second or third? Yeah.
I think it's third. No.
He's like, I don't know. I don't even watch my own show. What is your favorite reality TV show right
Like
now?
maybe something that you model yours after. That's not yours. You
Yeah,
can't
that's
list any
not
of yours.
yours.
That is cheating, Peter.
My favorite reality show of all time.
Sure.
Yeah.
All time.
All time.
Hell's
Okay.
Kitchen.
Well, and you
Wow.
love to cook, and you're doing something with cooking, correct?
I'm doing something with drink making, which
With
is
drink
similar
making.
to Hell's Kitchen. Well, I mean, not Hell's Kitchen, but Master Chef.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing something similar to that. Yes.
I love that. I'll be into that.
So I am a big fan of Gordon Ramsay.
Me too.
Gordon Ramsay. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love watching all those cooking shows. I actually
Same.
went
The
to
greatest season of Hell's Kitchen ever is season 8.
season 8. Okay. I have to go back and do some
to-
rewatching.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be laughing your ass
Really?
off.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's hype about this.
Oh
Done.
yeah, Raj, me chef, Raj chef.
Okay.
Oh God, it's Raj.
Is that? Well, what's your favorite reality TV villain?
Or you think the most successful reality TV villain of all time?
Who is
And
it?
they even have that show, Villains.
I mean,
I've never watched
I've
that.
never watched it either.
Reality
But
television villain.
like, who's the best villain? I guess the villain would like keep coming back too, right? You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Who's the best villain? Do you
I hate
think?
to say his name for the third time, but Jax Taylor, I think, goes down as one of the best
he
TV
got
villains.
voted off quickly.
Yeah, and he's Do you have any comment on what he's dealing with right now? Okay,
That's
what I
another
thought.
sip
Okay,
if
last
everyone-
last
Oh,
one.
I'd rather sip this.
Last one. Which former castmate would you never cast in one of your shows?
Oh no! I think I know the answer.
might
Should I
be-
just
I'd
say
like to
it?
know the answer.
I think it's Jax Taylor.
All right, Peter.
Poor guy.
It's called the lab.
Well, that was
my
fun. How are
God.
you feeling? You feeling a little tipsy from that amazing
He's
margarita?
like, absolutely
That's
not.
mostly juice, probably a
Yeah.
sprinkle of tequila. Before we go, I just want to make sure we get all the information you want people to know about the Reality Network. What you want people to know about your new chapter.
Okay, so I look right here. Because
Yes.
You can
Look right down the barrel.
Okay,
zoom in.
so wait, what do you want me to say?
Just like what you want people to know about the Reality Network, where they
Okay,
can watch
so,
it, what they can look forward to.
You can go and subscribe to the Reality Network at watch.realitynetwork.tv, or you can check out our main website, realitynetwork.tv. We're also on Roku, and we're going to have some new shows coming out. And if you want to see some real tea on there, you can go and check out Reality News.
Okay.
Yes.
RealityNews.tv, that's going to be the website. So
I love that.
that's all coming out.
And then obviously follow you on social media, which is where we can just.
Yeah, Peter_Madrigal on Instagram.
Oh, you didn't get just the Peter
Awesome.
Madrigal. You had the underscore had to go. Did someone already take it?
No, actually, mine is one of the oldest on Instagram, and I had to I try to do like both of them together. I was like, no, I need to separate it.
Oh, you wanted just
Oh,
for
I
visually,
see.
you wanted to separate
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, it's so hard these days. If you
It
start a new,
is.
like we were trying to get our milk and honeys off the ground, and we couldn't get
Yeah,
milk
I
and
have a
honeys.
very old. I'm one of the first people on Instagram.
Kayla Becker was around. It was funny because I was Kayla Braxton for so long in WWE because they give us fake names. So then I had all this following from WWE, and then I quit. I'm like, I need Kayla
Wait,
Becker
I thought
back.
you weren't in ring talent.
I was a broadcaster. I was
Oh,
I
okay.
was the one who did all the talk shows and interviews and
Oh,
stuff. Yeah, so I was in the ring, but not as a.
I thought you were just a producer. I don't
No,
know why.
no, I was I was the hosted all their shows and I
Oh,
had a show
very
on
cool.
Peacock. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, so I wanted
You
to.
smell what the Rock's cooking.
Yeah, you want to give us your best promo? That'll go viral.
Oh man,
But,
Stone Cold.
yeah. Did you grow up watching wrestling?
I grew up in the Attitude Era.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
did you have a favorite?
Yeah, my favorite was Stone Cold.
Love Stone Cold.
Steve
Yeah.
Austin.
And he's just out here in El Segundo. You know,
Yeah.
he's nearby.
I love it.
Love Stone Cold.
Austin 316 says I just kicked your ass.
Now we need you to shotgun a beer and we're good
Oh
to
yeah, I
go.
can shotgun a beer and then I want to stun it. And I'm gonna let the hair
And
fly.
so next in Peter's venture, in-ring wrestling.
We'll see you in the
first.
ring.
You know what's hilarious is that I had another company called Celebrity Slots that I started back in 2018. And originally it started off as Peterific Slots, right? So I had like a bunch of my own sayings on there, like Peter like, Peter love, Peter wants more of, right? So we had Natalie Eva Marie on there.
Yeah, love
We had
her.
Ric Flair on there.
Woo!
We had a couple of WWE personalities on there, yeah.
They're great.
We also
That's
had Food
awesome.
God. We had Dennis Rodman,
Okay.
who was also in the WWE too.
Yeah, I've done some stuff with Dennis.
Yeah, D Generation X.
There you go. See, you know your stuff.
Oh, you have no idea. I don't know current.
Of course, but like the
I don't know current. I
Attitude
don't know what's
Era
going
was
on.
where it's
Once,
at.
once they fired
the
Scott
best.
Hall, I was kind of
Out.
Yeah.
Now. No.
Yeah. But that's when I was getting into college.
Okay.
You know, so I was done playing football. I was done watching all that. I was just more studying and partying than
course,
watching
than watch
TV.
TV.
Of course.
Well, I was also playing a little bit of football in college too. So
wow.
my time was like now I don't have time because I'm, working on.
You don't have time. Period. That's
I
really all
don't
you
have
have to
time,
say.
yeah.
anything.
No time for anything.
Which is amazing, which we love. Which
Yes.
we're all thriving to do that, okay? Let's be honest. But with that being said, all good things must come to an end, including this episode.
You know, what's funny is I'm a gabber, so I could have kept on
I
talking.
know. Well, see, we have this clock here. But Peter, Sir Survivor, CEO, Chaos Connoisseur, really appreciate you joining
and
us.
Master Drink Taster.
Master Drink Taster. I will do better next time. I promise. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a lot of fun.
Yes,
finished
so
it.
much fun.
You want mine?
Just a reminder, follow Milk and Honeys on Instagram, TikTok for all the sass and sneak peeks that we have coming up.
That's right. Until next time. Bye,
See ya.
honeys.